I'd like to take a few minutes to talk with you about my 2019 Honda X-ADV and its MOT. It's a UK safety check, Ministry of Transport, MOT. So here I am checking over the bike. I still think it looks fantastic. I really like the sort of the muted colours rather than the bright reds that are more typical. Um, it's 3 years old. Build quality has been excellent, apart from the exhaust. And overall, there's no problems or issues with the bike. Not had any mechanical issues at all with it, and all the seals and everything been fine. Not been back to the dealer other than for its service, and I'm really happy with the bike. I did think about selling it and actually put it out for sale, and it's sold. But I asked for it back before actually any money was exchanged. So it's been an interesting 3 years. COVID and a small off on the bike has actually mean it's only done 5,500 miles in the last 3 years. Very enjoyable miles, and I really do enjoy driving the bike. Things that I really like about the bike are it's extremely comfortable. The seat is really wide and there's lots of positions to put your feet in. The upright position is really comfortable. I never have a problem, and I've done 300 miles days and could do another 300 miles without a problem. I really like the long wheelbase. It's easy to steer, very solid, very planted. Motorway traffic, 70 miles an hour, no issue. Twisty roads, and here in Scotland, again, no issue. And it really is a very easy bike to drive. Although it is heavy, the weight is held low, and it's easy to get off its stand. One of the things I test drove a Honda Africa Twin, and my first impressions were heaving it off its center stand, and actually thought something was wrong or something was catching. Because I don't experience that at all with the Honda. Is the balance of the bike is fantastic. The bodywork has pros and cons to it. The first is it's got really good protection, and the bodywork protects me as a driver when it's raining and when it's cold, but also it protects the bike itself. So all the engine and all the parts are pretty well concealed and covered and protected from the elements, which is really good. Things that I don't like about the bike are, well, the really is the stance. When you're on the bike, it pushes your legs out really wide. Um, I've heard a review saying it's like riding a horse, and I really identify with that. It is, your legs are pushed out really wide, which actually means it feels higher than it really is. So although I can get my feet down with a stretch, if I'm sitting on the seat comfortably, I'm on my tippy toes. So that's a problem. Another thing I don't like about the bike really is that high step over. It is quite ungainly getting onto the bike, either getting your leg over the back or stepping through. I need to do a little hop to to get onto the bike comfortably, and I think that is could be improved. I don't think it needs to be quite that high. Another thing which is a problem on the bike is the range and brightness of the headlights. I found that driving along dark Scottish back roads is really down to 30, 40 miles an hour in places because the visibility just isn't there. So I've added Denali spotlights to the bike, and that has made a huge difference, and really, really makes the bike in the dark a much better bike. Practicality, the storage under the seat is extremely good. I can't get my helmet in there, but I've also added SW Motec tracks panniers to the bike, and these are the 45 litre boxes, and they make the bike absolutely top notch from a point of view of practicality. You can go anywhere on this, and go shopping and do a lot of mundane things using the bike because you don't need you can get a week's shopping in those two panniers, which is really good. I've also added a Scott oiler just to make the oiling of the chain a little bit more convenient, and I've also added a Givy hugger come hugger chain guard, which makes any sort of maintenance and cleaning of the chain really easy. I highly recommend that. So the bike was borne up well in 3 years. That's three Scottish winters. I have used it in the winter and in the salty roads. It's cleaned up well, and I am very pleased with the fit and finish of the bike. I think that it has no major problems, and it really should fly through its MOT.